I'm here in Nashville, and I'm just wondering where a good middle school is to check out.
I can tell you about that.
Perfect. Hi guys, it's Rachel here from Scola. We are here with Jordan Weedle. She's the Director of Operations at LEAD Southeast Middle School. Thank you for having us, Jordan.
Yeah.
We just wanted to start out and ask you, what is your school's mission?
Yeah, I think our main mission is to get kids ready for college and ready for life. I think that looks like a lot of things at our campuses, and we really want our kids to leave our high school with all the opportunities that they want, be that college or career.
I love that. What is one of the main ways that you guys help prep kids for college?
We do a lot of work in middle school with students to work on the MAP test, which allows them to kind of predict where they'll fall on ACT scores, which then helps predict what colleges they'll be able to get into, what scholarships they might qualify for. And we put a huge emphasis on that this year. Actually, I led a little charge behind that. We gave our students a ton of incentives for earning it. Kids got McDonald's sandwiches if they made their goals. Kids got to tape some teachers to the wall, which was super
awesome.
fun. And so did some different prizes throughout the year to incentivize kids to see like what that growth can mean and what opportunities it can create for them.
That's super cool, and that you guys are also participating in all that with
Yeah.
the students. Very cool. So what brought you to LEAD, and what has been your experience working here?
LEAD kind of was something I was looking for when I was looking for a transition. I loved some of the components of charter schools in Nashville, but I wanted a charter school that still felt kid-focused and provided space for kids to have a joyful experience. And it's kind of what brought me to LEAD. My day-to-day experience is pretty incredible. I start every morning outside with the car rider students, and getting to see so many of our kids every morning, getting to know their families is the best part of my day, and I end my day the same way every day. And then all the time in the middle is focused on making sure our students get great instruction.
Amazing. So looking at your school, what are 3 things that you feel like set your school apart from other schools?
I think the first one is how diverse our students are, and our students just have such cool backgrounds and experiences, and getting to watch them interact is like super special. Our kids speak 20 different languages, come from over 27 different countries, and getting to see them all interact is really special, and it lets our kids experience a lot of other cultures, and we try to do a lot to let students show who they are and let them learn about each other. I think it's been cool this year to watch kids teach kids how to eat like a candy that's like personal to them from like their country, and showing other kids how to eat it is like one of the cool things that I've seen happen recently that, you know, just highlights how diverse our students are.
Yeah.
I think the second thing is our staff really works to build relationships with our students. Our students and our staff members have such like special relationships, really positive relationships, and we do a lot to make sure our staff has time and space to build those relationships with kids. I think the third thing is we really value student voice. We value student voice in terms of what incentives they want, in terms of what things like they want in terms of opportunities, and then also letting them help with some of our interviewing and hiring for our staff members. We really want to know what our students want out of our school, be that in the classroom, who's teaching them, or incentives.
That's awesome. I love that you give that responsibility over to the kids. You mentioned that you let them kind of lead in the tours.
Yes.
How has that been for you guys at school?
It's been really special for the candidates that have come on campus. I think that they really get to see a different side of our school from not just sitting in a room talking to some adults who work here. Our kids are what make our campus like the amazing place it is, and so I think getting to see that really lets people know if this is a good place that they want to end up working.
That's an awesome idea, yeah. What are the teaching and learning styles at your school?
I think we've spent a lot of time these last couple of years really focused on engaging our kids in rigorous content, but also making it relevant to them. I think it's really important to us that our kids see themselves in our books, that our kids see themselves represented on campus, and bringing that into the classroom and wanting kids to feel that the learning that's happening is important, that it's meaningful, that it applies to their life in some way. And so that's looked like changing the text that we read in our ELA classrooms. It's looked like adopted a more rigorous math curriculum. It's also looked like trying to bring in personal relevance more in our science and social studies classrooms. We really want our students to want to learn, and so I think that means that the learning has to be engaging, and it has to be relevant to students' lives.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've gotten good feedback from the students when it comes to that type of learning?
Yeah, I think I've seen our students way more engaged, and I think the most specific example from this year past is adopting all of the new text in ELA. We're reading all of these new novels, and they tell so many different stories with so many different characters as the focus, and it's been cool to see our kids much more engaged in reading those books than in years past. And then we've worked to have a program where our kids read other books during other parts of the days. We really want kids to like love to read, and I think that's where learning often starts. I think our teaching style, we want it to be more student focused. We want students to be doing more of the talking, want students to be doing more of the thinking. Like, we are here to facilitate learning. We are not like the owners of the learning or of the information. We want our students to really grapple and engage and take ownership of their learning.
So can you tell me about your campus, your school community, and where you guys are located?
Yeah, our campus is kind of unique. We are in an old office park that's been converted into a school, and so we actually have like outside transitions for some of our classes, which I think just makes our school a little bit unique. It also allows us to have our high school and middle school be on the same campus but be in separate buildings, which is kind of different than a lot of other middle schools in Nashville, Tennessee. We're located in the southeast part of Nashville, which innately is very diverse. We are surrounded by communities that represent our students from all different backgrounds, and our school population represents that same community. It's great to have a really close-knit school community. Our students are really involved with each other. Our teachers are really rooted in this community. And then on top of that, the community around us is really supportive. We have a lot of families who own businesses. One of our students, his family owns a food truck. They brought it up here for teachers to buy food at lunch and help do things like that. We had another family bring like bread up here the other day that they make like in their part of their community, and so it's cool to see all that crossover of our school community with the community around us. And I think we have a special role at our school. It's called a FACE, which is a person that works to connect the community inside of our school with the community outside. And
cool.
We'll have an international festival every year. We'll have a couple other family and community events where people can come together and get to collaborate and get to know each other and learn about our community.
Very cool. We heard your international festival was coming up.
Yes.
Is that soon?
Oh yeah, can't wait. So people bring dishes from like whatever community or whatever like culture they want to represent. There's going to be like different games and activities. It'll be really fun, and it's always a great time and always a good way to see like what our staff and our students like experience.
Yeah, it's a great way to like bring everyone together.
Yeah.
Great. And Jordan, can you tell our parents where they can find more information about your school?
Yeah, you can go to leadpublicschools.org to learn a little bit more about our school. You can also search for us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram, Lead Southeast Middle School, and you can see some awesome photos from different events with our students and our community to learn a little bit more about us.
Awesome. You can also find them on schola.com. Thank you so much for having us today, Jordan.
Yeah.
Until next time.